Hey, what's up? My name's Chris. I'm really recording this to do a couple things. I want to keep accountability on myself. I'm also starting relatively, 4 new things all at once. I'm entered into Christian Guzman's Summer Shredding Challenge. It's going to be new to me. I just finished my first strongman competition, took third. Was doing things like stones, log, deadlift for reps. I was super pumped. I got a 495 wagon wheel deadlift for 6 reps, which was a PR for me in the contest. So that was awesome. So I'm switching from strongman to a more traditional bodybuilding style of working out. Next, I'm going back to carnivore. I ran carnivore from March to just like 3 weeks ago. I reintroduced carbs just for my competition. The original stint on carnivore took me from about 230 pounds to 203. I made it down to, I was roughly 16% body fat, but I'll talk about getting the scans here in a second. The next thing I'm doing is I'm using Nick Wright's lean power building program. I'm actually going to stick to a program, which is again something new to me. Usually, I know some other lifters out there, like you get in your own way, you think you know better, or you want to do different exercises, so you change up the program. You don't stick to the program. That's why I have it all written out every day when I go to the gym. I'm going to stick to the program. I did have to make a couple changes. I go to a strongman gym still, very utilitarian, very it's rack barbell centric, very few machines. So I did have to change a couple things, and then I added logs and stones as accessories. That way I keep my technique, keep my form, because I do hope to compete again in strongman, either in the spring or again in the July, August timeframe of next year in the same contest I just hit. The last thing I'm doing is I'm adjusting my intermittent fasting window. I will break my fast every day after training at 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and I will only eat until 18 to 2000, 8 o'clock at night. On those training days, I am going to try to experiment on my non-training days with fasting windows of 24 to 36 hours, just see how my energy goes and really see how low I can get. First, to talk about the diet carnivore, I'm going to attempt to only eat animal products, animal byproducts. So we're looking primarily chicken and beef in form of wings, steaks, breasts, stuff that's got higher fat as well. Very fatty cuts of ribs, pork, things of that nature. I'm still going to eat cheese. I will be avoiding dairy. Can't really get straight from the cow milk, and most milk has a lot of sugars. The other point of this diet is I'm really, really trying to stay away from sugar. I already know I'm going to cave, and I will have some Powerade Zeros to help replenish. And there's going to be a lot of people who are carnivore who just absolutely hate that. Well, you can take carnivore as strict as you want, like raw organ meat all day, every day, or you can be as lax and just really, as lax as I'm going to be, really avoid carbs, really, really stay away from processed food as much as you can, but also I'm just a normal guy and I'm trying to live. So some things I will sacrifice for the sake of convenience. The next thing on the Nick Wright power program that I'm going to be evaluating / running. Nick Wright's a pretty well-known YouTuber. He's an OG. He's been around for a long time. He's done bodybuilding, powerlifting, you name it, the dude's probably done it. He's got like a decade worth of videos out there. So pretty knowledgeable guy. I've watched his videos on him running his programs. He's got a 6-pack year-round and still maintains really solid strength numbers. So I'm hoping to have similar results running his program. The numbers I'm using for the percentages are, I'm using a 325 paused bench from my max, a 430 to 440 squat, a deadlift of 545, and then my overhead press is 225 strict. I just hit in my last contest a 230 log, which is right around where I feel good maxing out, so I was pretty pumped about that. I'm not going to lay out the specifics of his program. That's his program, and it's something he sells, so if you want that, go buy it. It is an awesome program. I've ran it once before, and I did see some good gains on it. I talked about my intermittent fasting, talked about the program, talked about carnivore. So let's talk about, real quick, my goals. I'm recording this for number one, accountability. I'm an intermediate lifter who's never stuck to a program, and I'm got some pretty aggressive goals. I want to maintain or gain strength. I'd love to see those numbers go up a little bit. I haven't focused on squat, bench, deadlift for quite a while. Deadlift I was a little focused on during this last strongman block, but it's really been stones, log, carries, things of that nature. So I'm excited to kind of get back to the basics. I want to maintain strength, maintain my technique, maybe even go up a few pounds on some lifts. If not, the numbers themselves in relation to my body weight, which is something I'm going to be tracking pretty closely. Next goal, lose body fat, maintain, possibly even gain a smidge of muscle. I'm an intermediate lifter, so my muscle gains are starting to come a little slower. I'll put up a couple pictures right now of where I was, where I'm at kind of starting this. I'll be using the, I think it's the LifeTrack scan or Intuit scan. So I'll put out the actual brand name of the machine, but I'll go to Supplement Superstore and I'm going to get scanned once a week. My initial scan had me at like 176 pounds of lean body mass, 17.5% body fat. That was before I fluffed up for this contest. So once I strip a little water weight, I should be back there, and I'm going to go ahead and get scanned again at the end of this week. I'm really going to, more goals is evaluate Nick Wright's program. Am I able to lean up while maintaining or gaining strength? Evaluate Carnivore, how I feel losing weight, maintaining strength, like what I feel as a guy who's relatively athletic and how this is going to hit. Evaluating the fasting window. I fasted for a long time. I love fasting. I love longer fasts. I don't remember the last time I've had breakfast. It provides me with more energy. I do drink black coffee while I'm fasted, but other than that, no food except in those windows. Then finally, my last goal is I want to win Christian Guzman's Summer Shredding Challenge. I believe it's like $1,000. Not so much for the money, but I want to transform my body from, the chubby guy you saw a couple seconds ago to maybe for the first time in my life have abs and a six-pack. So those are my goals. My name is Chris. Don't remember if I introduced myself, but thanks for watching. Hopefully if one or two people get something out of this and I hold myself accountable, I'm going to consider this a success. Thanks. So in closing, after showing the clips, great workout, great recovery workout after a really heavy weekend at this competition. I do want to caveat is I'm not anyone special. I don't have a degree in nutrition. I haven't researched Carnivore more than my personal experience and talking to a few other people who have ran it successfully. But I'm not certified. I'm not a coach. I do think I have pretty solid form on a lot of exercises, and that helps me get away with even at a lighter body weight. I can put up some intermediate numbers. I'm nothing special. I'm no like world-stopping athlete, but I feel respectable, and I do feel relatively strong for my weight. So I'm happy to put that out there. But I do want to just caveat, just like anything you find anywhere else, check multiple sources. No one should look at what I do and be like, oh, that worked for him, or oh, that didn't work for him. It'll never work for me. As always, check multiple sources. Wealth of information on the internet. It's worth a Google. Check it out. But thanks for watching. I hope you can get anything out of this. If you do, great. If not, find someone else.